Alrighty, folks, we're here, Comic Con 2022 in South Africa with Patrick from the Art Chimp. Patrick, I want to pick your brain on how you connected with all of these artists and how you get them out here. How do you entice them, or how do you convince them to come to little old Africa in the middle of nowhere, so to speak?
So I was actually a part of the original team that started Comic Con Africa, and we're working with ReadPop. So we got the exposure through the ReadPop group, and their expertise with all the artists. I'm basically the artist alley guy. Okay. So I just got, in the last couple of years, I just got to work with some amazing talent. I was Jim Lee's handler at one stage. So it's been good. So we're well connected with artists, and the nice thing is they're only states bound. So they love to see and attend conventions outside of the United States maybe once a year. So we normally entice them to try Africa, as Africa is a very good holiday destination as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that you were Jim Lee's handler. I'm sure everyone is going to see this is going to go, why not Jim Lee? Where's Jim Lee? Is that even an option or a possibility to bring someone like him or like a McFarlane or someone out here?
The thing is, what the public needs to understand is that comic book artists and the comic book industry is a big business. And a guy like Jim Lee, who is so high up and, exactly. I think he's the COO. So they can't be away from their office for a very long time. So a lot of the times it's the guys would love to come out, but due to their strict deadlines, they can be away for more than 2 or 3 days. So you'll see when you look at, like for instance, Jim Lee's attendance at certain conventions, you'll see that he's doing an appearance maybe once or twice over 3 days, and that's it. So the thing is,
he's not like sitting in an alley and he's not signing. And
traveling to South Africa from the United States, you're looking at a 2-day travel time at least. So just the amount of time that he has to travel exceeds how long they can really be away from their projects. Yeah.
And if you're doing the artists as well, do you also connect with some of the writers, some of the big names as well? Is that an option?
Absolutely. The artists, the colorists, the inkers, the pencilers, all those guys just fall under one big group. I mean, you need to understand that in Comic-Con Africa, things are intimate. You know, the artists connect with the public in a personal way. Where in the United States, or where they have the big conventions, they literally have between 100 and 300 artists in Artist Alley, and it's all big names. So there's not that personal connection. That's what makes Comic-Con Africa so great, is because the public and the fans can have time to have a discussion with the artists and get to know them a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but for like a Comic-Con next year, anyone that you're kind of lining up, or you don't want to say in case something falls apart?
We have been working on that, not necessarily for Comic-Con in Johannesburg, but I have been working on a list which I can't mention right now. But Comic-Con Cape Town is around the corner. It's next year. I think it's in April.
Okay.
And there's some big names coming out to that show as well. And Comic-Con Africa is joined with Comic-Con Cape Town, joined forces with FanCon, and they are going to do a killer event.
Wow, okay, so something for everyone to look out for.
Absolutely. There's definitely some big names coming to Cape Town next year.
Damn it, now you're making me already pre-planned, book a ticket. Damn it, well done, good stuff. And maybe the last thought for you, how do you think this Comic-Con has gone so far? The attendance, the vibe, etc., compared to the pre-COVID ones that we had as well?
I think it's fantastic. I think everybody was a bit unsure exactly what was going to happen with Comic-Con or with events in general, because I mean the event industry took a massive hit. But I must say I'm very impressed. Comic-Con Africa has done a phenomenal job. Just the layout. I mean, last month I've been to C2E2 in Chicago, and I must say that we are definitely standing out. We're holding our own in terms of the convention scene. If I do compare the two conventions with one another, it's fantastic. Yesterday was completely sold out. We were crazy busy. Today is already a lot busier than Thursday, Friday. So I think we're coming back, and we're coming back strong. And I think next year it's just going to be bigger.
Awesome. And for those folks that don't know, I know you've got a huge social media presence. I know folks can still get access to prints, signed stuff, signed memorabilia. Do you just want to punt all of that for our viewers?
Yeah, I mean, just check out Comic Art Chimp on social media and on Instagram. Remember, we're active on Instagram. If you want anything or need anything or request anything, you can just pop us a DM.
Thank you for the time, and thank you for just the peek behind the scenes at the curtain and what goes on over here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.